No, this is not a Land Speed or Luke review. This is actually Michael's ZZ2 review. Because we take a look at the Star Wars The Black Series, the ARC Trooper pack that comes with this, or as it's called, the Rancor Battalion. So yeah, let's, I don't know, maybe take a look at the box. Yeah, there we go. Now, here's the box. It's basically, I think, yeah, it's one of not one of Hasbro's first free packs, but you have the Muriel art, and then you got this with the description. Pause here if you want to read what the description says and all that, with some nice artwork of the ARC Troopers and all that. And mind you, I have not actually... Oh, and here's the barcode, by the way. Mind you, I've also not watched the Battle of Kamino arc for a while, so I do need to rewatch that. So, and you do get this blaster. And that. It's the same for all of them, so you technically get a total of 6 of these. So, yeah, each for every one and all that. So I'm just going to show the one here and all that, because why not, you know? So, and here's how you put the blasters in. So, yeah, not too hard and any of that. So, yeah, and now we're just going to pose all these figures up and all that as I talk for the footage and all that. I'm going to say this, I'm really happy that I own this. And if you're wondering where I got mine from CMT store and that. If you're wondering the price for the ARC Trooper pack, this is going to cost you here in Canada at least $104 and that. So, yeah, depends where you get it and that. So, yeah. Now let's talk about the detail. We'll first talk about Blitz and all that. It looks like they got somewhat of all the detail on him kind of there and all that. Like, I can't see anything as far as I can tell. Maybe this one pouch that should be a lighter gray. I don't know. Besides that, Blitz looks the great. This and all that. Then we got Colt, who has had the most complaints in that because people keep complaining there's no shoulder gray armor on his hand pad there, even though Vintage Collection did it. But it's an easy fix, but not too bad. You know, I still like him and that. He came out great and all that. Just a few miscolors and all that, you know. So it's an easy fix. Then we get on to Havoc and that. And from what I could see, the only thing missing from him is just basically highlights, like blue lines on the feet. But again, easy somewhat to do, but lines are pretty hard on action figures. So yeah, I would prefer if they maybe did that. Now for articulation, Colt will be ours that we actually use to showcase the articulation, because this is all on the same 2.0 clone body, as a lot of people say, and not the 3.0 clone body. And if you wonder why I was able to pop off the head, it is really hot here in Canada, you know, in Alberta, Canada. So yeah, but here's all the articulation that you can actually do with these guys, you know. Pretty cool. Now, my one gripe that I have with this is, like, you know, this has a trigger hand in that, like the trigger finger, but the other hand does not and all that. So yeah, I really think this could have used a trigger finger hand for both. I mean, I know the 3.0 clone mold can, you know, hold both guns in that. Like, look, see, you can hold this gun on that hand. And yeah, here's the rest of the articulation. And again, it's just a standard 2.0 clone body. I really do wish, though, that it came with a trigger finger for both hands and all that. It's an easy fix and all that, but it's also somewhat of a scary fix to do, you know, because you kind of have to cut the finger there and that. And it's like, you don't want to damage this, especially if it's costing you $104, and it's really hard to get right now, you know. So yeah, now let's go to scaling next to this water bottle that I'm drinking out of, because again, it's hot here. And then we're going to put them next to some other characters that kind of appeared in this arc and all that. So yeah, here you go and all that, to get a sense of scale and all this and all that. If, I don't know, you wanted me to pose one, I'm sorry I didn't get to pose the one that you wanted. But this should give you the general idea of the height of these figures and all that, and how tall they are and how they look. And honestly, they look great. And here they are next to Echo and Fives and all that. And my custom Embo and Hiya Toys Monster X, I don't know, I just decided to grab Monster X. And if you're wondering, I will be doing a video soon on my custom Embo and all that, and just showing them off and all that, because I'm really proud of how Embo came out and that. So, but yeah, overall, I do actually really like this pack. It is a really good pack to own, and I'd highly encourage, if you are a big Clone Wars fan, especially of the Battle of Kamino arc, to get this art pack right away. I'd highly encourage you to. And that, sure, there's some inconceptions and, you know, some paint and paint missing, but I still do think this is a great pack to own at the end of the day. And who knows, maybe we might get some more 3-packs like this and that. I don't know who I could think of, but there's a few I could think of that we could potentially get in the future, and I kind of hope we do. But overall, a really good pack. Highly encourage you pick it up and all that. So yeah, I should also mention the heads aren't painted underneath, so Kind of forgot to mention that part. Whoops. So yeah, but overall, great pack. Pick it up if you see it, and pick it up right away because it sells out very, very quickly. All right, bye.